Well, he's pushing back. I think that's how that fence gets pushed over. I'll have to straighten it up this summer. I'm gonna need to pull these forward somehow, pull these in, and then drive them in a little bit, get them a little deeper. I don't think they're bent. I don't think they're bent. The posts are bent. I think they're just the soil gets soft and it got pushed over when they bump into it. Because the electric's up high, but the panels have just been pushed over. So I need to straighten them up sometime. I think he's a little happier with another cow in there. And he's holding his own. Yeah, but he's still sad that he can't be with these guys. So yesterday I think she was in heat. Whether she was bred, we'll find out around the end of April, beginning of May. The horns are still reaching. But he's getting there. He didn't look very big. He's skinny, but he's tall enough to reach him. So the question is, will they stand still long enough for him to do a job? And I don't know if she'll ever come into heat. She's an old heifer. Right, yeah. I still like to get a calf out of you, even if it is crossbred. Well, now you're after her, huh? All right. So you guys are paired up, huh? You came in the heat yesterday. He's not bothering you today, so I guess he's working on you. Okay. That's it, boys. Just do your job. The job that this guy couldn't do. Yeah. Well, it's his loss, I guess. I guess they got some hay left in there. I'll have to give him another bale one of these days, though. Soon. Oh, bully, little bully, young bully, 2-year-old bully. You take care of these two girls. And after the other bull gets taken to the butcher in June, I'll let that other one out. And you can work on her if she'll let you. Just got to gain some confidence, boy. Push your weight around if you have to. Yeah. He's growing. He's growing into a good bull. There's a little bull down there too. A yearling. I guess he don't mind being by himself more than usual. The other cattle accept him, but they don't buddy up with him. Yeah, that's what I fixed yesterday. This fence here, this little section here. Tighten up the wires, added a barbed wire on top, and added 3 small posts to keep that little 2-year-old bull jumping over the fence, which I've seen him do. Well, I got some estimating to do today. Probably no work, but estimating. We'll go down to the bridge. I want to add some quickcrete to the west side of the bridge in stages, and I got to estimate how many bags I'm going to need, and I need some lumber too for forms. So I need to estimate all that stuff out, how many bags and how much lumber I need some way of supporting the forms so it holds the concrete. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll figure it out. I'll have to just take my time and figure everything out. Well, at least they get to know each other. Well, maybe he'll breed another one today. I'm hoping he bred that one yesterday. He was with her all day. And I think he was with her the day before that too, for a couple days there. Yeah, I had to separate. Yesterday I had to separate that other younger cow in there because she kept interfering with him. She kept chasing. He was trying to breed this one, and that one in the pen before I put her in. She was chasing him every time he got close to her. He'd chase him away. So, and he's afraid of her because she's too aggressive. So I was able to pen her up in here. She's even aggressive to him a little bit. Even when that other bull in the pen was younger, when I first brought him here, oh, she used to beat him up all the time. She still picks on him, even though he's bigger than her. Look at it. But he learned how to fight back a little bit. Yeah, he can fight back if he wants to. Okay, well, let's see what I can do out there on that bridge. Figure something out. There's my neighbor's cat over there. I guess it was eating some cat food or dog food. But I don't mind. I wish it'd be tame enough I could pet it. Maybe it'll stay around here. But it comes here to eat. And if it comes here around the house, maybe there's a chance it'll catch some mice too. My cat, it's not as wild as it used to be. It used to run off. Now it just walks away. The other day, I moved. It was two lawnmower riding mowers out. One was here, one was over there, and I had a bunch of old lumber with hardware in it right there, and some other stuff over that way. And I cleaned it all out, burnt the old wood here, and I just pulled them. There's the two lawnmowers over that way, with some other old wheelbarrow and things like that, some old tin. Yeah, I'm gonna take the metal and machines over out to the big pastures, to my dump, my garbage dump, what do you want to call it, trash dump. And someday I have to figure out how to have somebody haul them off to a junkyard or something. Anyway, until then I just leave them out there, but I got to figure out a way to get them out there. The little ones I can do, I can pick them up, but those are heavy. I don't know how I'm going to haul them out there, but I'll figure out a way eventually. Yeah, I've been wanting to clean this up for years, but never got around to it. Yeah, this is all filled with stuff. Looks a lot better now that it's all cleaned up. Probably won't stay that way. I'll probably start putting stuff in there again soon. I'll try not to. Try to keep it empty. I always need someplace to put stuff. Oh, there's water in the ditch. How do you ever come on this side? I need to move them logs too one of these days. I should have just burnt them when I had the chance, but I thought I could use them somewhere. Yeah. This dead area here is from when I trim these cedars here. When I trim these here on this side, Look, here's my cat. Still haven't found her babies though. I think she's nursing them. They're about 8 days. 8 days old now. If she's got kittens, they're 8 days old. Anyway, I trimmed these branches. I burnt them over there where that lawnmower is a few years ago. But all these in here that I trimmed, I just threw it out here and burnt it there. And it killed part of that tree. I don't think it killed it completely, but it killed it enough. Nothing to go back on it. The heat. Anyway, okay, I'm going to get ready to go out to the big pasture. See what I can do out there at the bridge. No actual work, just estimating. Yeah, I have to haul this stuff out one of these days to the big pasture. I wonder if that gate partial open. The cattle are locked out of here anyway. I guess I forgot to put it back up. I could probably take it down, but I thought maybe if he's going to jump that fence again, I should have it up. Over there by the barn, but he didn't. There goes my cat. I think she's nursing kittens, but I can't be sure. I'm just guessing. I still haven't found them, if she does. I know she had them around the 2nd because she lost her big belly, but I can't find them anywhere. Okay, let's do something today. Okay. Basically, I just moved one patch from here to over there, and I burnt the rest there. But that does look cleaner. Yeah, it does look cleaner. The red buds are fading, but the leaves are coming in now. They're turning green in between the blossoms, especially on this tree. Yeah. Okay, there goes that cat. I just saw it go across that pond dam right there. And it's on the pond dam. Walking across. That's where it's from. There. My cat's getting her meal today. She comes here to eat, but she don't hang out at the back porch anymore unless I'm around. She'll show up sometimes, but she don't hang out there at night. She's with her babies, I think. I'm still waiting to see them. If they exist. There's a couple of vultures eating those animals over there. Raccoon and possum. There's some shadows flying around from the vultures. Now, white bull's out that way in that little pond, and the other 3 are here. This is where I need to do the work, concrete work. I'll start on the left side track first. That's where all the cracking is happening. I need to have the concrete extend out toward that stump that's hanging on the bridge. But it needs to start up a little higher. If not up by the post on the right, then the T-post just below it. Yeah. Yeah, let me go do some estimating. Let me pull the truck up. Let me pull off to the, let me turn around. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn around. Yeah. Where am I going? I don't even know how to back up anymore. I gotta leave the truck here in the shade. I got the Hulk panels here. I'm gonna drag one of them out there. I got 2 Hulk panels from when I redid the fence by the burning pile at the house. I got them laying here by the fence on this side of the gate. And one of them going to go on each side where the tires are. Let me haul it down there and take a look what I need. Well, the cattle decided to take a break in the water. It's not even hot today, but they just like to soak in the water. I think it's mostly for the flies. Yeah, didn't get around to recharging their cattle rub oiler yet. I need to buy some vegetable oil and detergent. Mostly Dawn. I'll get around to that one of these days. Flies aren't that bad yet. Yeah, I'm gonna drag one of these Hulk panels over there and start doing some measuring, see what I need. Well, that's about how I want it to go. I want the concrete to come out at least to here. I'll have to taper it though. Yeah, but I want the reinforcement there too. The wire. Yeah. What I plan to do is get some forms, form it up. I'll just taper it here on the end. So that's 16, so I'm going to need at least a 16. Two by 4 16s, and I could do the same thing on that side, but I got to do one side first. I'll do this side first because this is the one that's starting to break. That side's pretty solid still, so I don't have to worry about that yet. But I'll do both of them eventually. I need to get something on here. First thing I'll do is the track where my tires go running, and then and after I get that side done, then I can either do the middle or do the sides. I'll probably do the sides first before I do the middle. I'm gonna go all the way across from there to there too, but not right away. The main thing is do the where I drive. And if I measured right, I need 2 sacks of concrete, one here and one there. Quickcrete, I mean. I just haven't estimated how many I need to go this way. So much to do. And I was using an empty sack to measure by. I measured it once, I forgot the measurement. I think that's Washington County water or some other Washington County thing. Yeah, that's about where I wanted to go from that post to that post. I think I'll move it over just a hair. It's also cracking over that way. Besides here. Besides here. It's also cracking on that one. So something's, I think this side is sinking. That's what I'm thinking. But I just want to strengthen it because I plan to get a big truck. I had a big truck of rock hauled here across here a few years ago for up there, and then I dumped a load. The rest of the load up on top, but that's all gone now. I had some poured there first, and it was a little bit, and then he still had a pretty good load going across, so he made it. And we haul tractor with a load of 11 big round bales, so it held up for that. But I just don't want to take a chance. I want to strengthen this side like I did that side. On that side I didn't have to go onto the existing concrete, but on this one I will. I'm going to add some to it. Okay. Anyway, let's see what I can measure. That's about where I'm going to have it. That's about where my tire tracks are. I'm estimating with my truck, but I think a dump truck tires, I think there should be about the same spacing, more or less. Could be a little wider, but to go down the highway they can't be too wide. But the back wheels are double, so I think this should be pretty close. Like I said, before I order any rock, I'm gonna have the sides filled in. Besides this path here and this path here, formed. I'm also going to fill in the middle, and hopefully the sides too. But there's just this section here where the fence is, where the panel is, wire panel. I'm estimating at least 16 bags here. Yeah, at least 16 bags, and another 16 on this one, and then probably another 16 and then middle and side. So that's a lot of I can't do it all at once. I'm going to do this one first, and then I'll do the track so I could at least drive the truck. And if I can't get rock this year, I guess I'll live with that. Main thing is get some reinforcement, added cement on this side. That's the main thing. Starting with this track and that track, and then I'll go from there. First one is this one. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to taper it on the end. This here is easy. I'll just dig it into the dirt. On the concrete there, I gotta slope it a little bit. But I don't want to get it too thin, otherwise it'll crack. Let's see. Main thing is get something down. I got to get 2 16s because the 2 16 long ones I can always use over there, which will work real good. And then I need at least an 8-footer that cut in half there. Yeah. The hard part is trying to find something that will brace the sides. I could probably get a board against that tree or against the T-post to brace it that way. This side here, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I might have to use a stop. I think there's some concrete underneath that sand. I'm not sure, but I'll find some way to stop it, to anchor it. Oh, my wheelbase from the outside of the tire to the outside of the tire is about 6 foot 4 inches. So, and I'm trying to make this in the center. Yeah, I'm trying to center it. Okay, I know what I need. I don't know if I want to go buy it today or what. Probably not. Today's Friday. I've hauled 16 bags on there before. Yeah. I'll be mixing it in my yellow wheelbarrow, that's what I did on that side, which is okay. I can do that 1 bag at a time. Yeah. We'll see. Get something going sooner or later. I could go to town and get some today. The way I'm going to do this, while I'm working on this side, I should still have enough room to drive with the tractor or truck, depending on what I need to do out there. Across on the other side, I can still drive through here. So that's my plan. That's why I'm doing one side at a time and not having it poured with a mixer. Yeah, I don't know which is cheaper. I'd have to have help to do with the mixer, concrete mixer, and pour it all at once. I'd have to have some help. I guess I'd rather do it by myself. I left the water. They're out grazing again. There's a big bull. Oh, he's out there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to buy it today. I want it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till next Monday. I'll buy it next Monday. Today's Friday. Yeah, I wanted it on my next credit card statement. Yeah, works out better for me that way. Just a little delay in paying, but oh well. I do what I got to do. Okay, I'll just leave that panel there for now. So 2 16s. It's gonna be a tight fit with that panel. If I have to cut some of that panel off, I will. Squeeze it in. And a 16, 16, and an end piece and an end piece. Then I got to figure out a way to brace the sides so when I pour the concrete. Although, what I'll probably do, this is what I'll probably do. I'll probably nail a 2x4 across the top as a brace. Yeah, I've done that before. To hold the sides in. And besides, I'm not pouring it all at once. I'll pour an end, and I'll pour another end, and then I'll pour the middle. Yeah, because I'm only doing 1 sack at a time, so I'll just, once I get the ends done, a sack on the end, and a sack in the, on both ends, a sack in the middle. I'll just work my way either from the middle or from the ends, and I'll get it done. That's how I worked over there on the other side. Yeah, I'll buy the cement. I'll quick read on Monday on the lumber. Yeah, I'll get something started on this. But not today. I'm just measuring today, estimating. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think this whole end here is, I think that's pretty solid up there, but it's still cracking. I'm just wondering why it's cracking, because I think it's sinking right there, here and there. Now this is a heavy piece here, and as the water hits here during a flood or any time, I think it undercuts it right there underneath. That's why this area sank, and that's why it's cracked under the truck there. That's why I said I just want to strengthen it a little bit. The only hard part is going to be able to try to taper this off so it's a smoother ride. I think I can do it. The cement should attach to the old cement pretty good. I'll wash it off real good so there's no dirt. Yeah. This side was stronger. Yeah, it's not so much in the water either. It's higher up. This is higher ground here. It does flood a little bit. That's why I had to add this stuff last year. Originally I had just done the path for the tires. Then with the big trailers and wagon, trailer and bales coming across, tractors. This was starting to wash out here because when it did flood, it overflowed here. You can see the gouge there. It cut across there, starting to make a gouge, so I had to fill that in. Had some riprap in there, but that wasn't enough. So I beefed it up last year. Added this. You can see what I added there and up into there. Yeah, works better now on this side. I want to do the same to the other side. Strengthen this side too, because more water runs through here. Because this is lower, if I raise it up, maybe the water won't flow across there as much unless the water is really high. It's just trying to improve it a little bit, strengthen it for the big trucks and tractors and trailers of bales that we bring across. Because I sure don't want a failure. I don't want that breaking and sinking in when we got a load. Cattle are all spread out now. I gotta clean this up too. I need a chain and a tractor for this though. I tried pushing it with that blade, but wouldn't. I tried moving that one. It looked like the easiest one to move, but I couldn't do nothing with it. So I'll have to get something else to pull them out. Oh, don't burn that one like I did up at the house. Burn that old thing. I got another one up at where I got the cars and other old wagons. I got another one of those. I should burn them all at the same time. I want to clean this area up. I don't know what I'm going to do with those culverts. I could probably still use them somewhere, but they're hard to maneuver. Yeah, hard to move around. Plastic culvert probably works just as good or better, but the reason it's here because between here and the farm they replaced the culvert a long time ago. The metal went in and they just left this in the ditch. So I asked them if the county or the township, if I could have it. They said yeah, because they surely didn't want them anymore. So I brought them here in my cattle trailer, rolled them up onto the cattle trailer real easy with a rope. Worked pretty good. Just fit too. And then I had them down in there for my first bridge. My first bridge, I had it down in there. That's where this stuff came from. This one, that one. I didn't use. I made the mistake of I put the culvert in, then some riprap. Or actually, I put the riprap in first, and then I made a hole for the culverts. Got them in. I forget how I did it. Anyway, I had a culvert and some riprap on the bottom with the culvert, because I was kind of imitating that one over there, but not exactly. Yeah, I didn't realize how strong the water is. Anyway, I had the riprap down, culvert in the middle, those round ones in sections, and then I poured concrete on top of just on top of the riprap, but I didn't have no reinforcement in it. There's some more over there that broke apart during a flood. But I made a mistake. I didn't taper the concrete on both sides. I should have tapered added concrete on both sides. I think I used a concrete mixer for that. I just put the concrete on the very top and let the riprap exposed. And when the flood came, the water went through the riprap. I guess the pressure of the flood lifted up the concrete and busted it up. So I had it all removed, put it on the side here, and then I built a big form here and got two of these big culverts. I think there's only two in there. Yeah, could be three, but I think there's two. Anyway, and then we poured this. I had a little blowout there. That's why that's sticking out there a little bit, I think. I guess, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's why I came up with this. Stronger. Yeah, I just want to make that a little bit raised up in there. Starting there. At least about like a 2x4. Get the quickcrete and lumber on Monday. Today's Friday. I'm estimating about 16 bags of quickcrete, but I guess I'll buy a few extra and get 20. Yeah, I don't want to overload my truck. That's a lot of weight for this truck. Yeah. I forget how many I hauled last time when I was building the other side. 20 is a lot too. I think I get the 50 pounders. I'm not sure if I got the 80 pounder. I'll have to check my old bags. I still got them. I got the old bags. If it's 80 pounders, then I gotta calculate maybe. I thought they were 50. I'll find out. Anyway, it's still a lot of weight. 50 times 20 is. What is 50 times 20? 20 bags at 50 pounds each is about 1,000 pounds. It's half a ton. I think I can haul that on here. I just don't want to overload it and break a spring or something. And its size. It's going to make a lot of work for me though, but something I want to do, so I think I'm still able to do it, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to head back to the house. I want to look up on Lowe's, see what their quickcrete bags cost, so I can get me an estimate in 2 by 4 by 16 and a couple of eighths maybe. Something. Maybe I'll just get 3. I need a. We'll see. I'll get something. I'll get an estimate. I gotta turn around and go home now. Yeah, raise up that side a little bit. That's my intention, to make that a little bit higher on the west side and a little stronger for any heavy vehicles that come across. This side, this west side, this east side here is pretty strong. I just want to make the other side stronger too. Yeah, I did this side last summer. While I'm working on that panel there, I'm estimating I can still drive across on this side. Yeah, that's my theory. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I can make it. Even with the forms, I can make it. I always close this gate every time I go through it, just as a backup. Cattle aren't in here, but never hurts to be safe. They got grass to eat now. Bull's falling around that mama cow again. Just checking, huh? Just checking. Calves are over there. Yeah, all four of them. All four of the calves. Well, maybe more than four. Yeah, I see the two little ones from this year, and I see two of the yearlings from last year. I'm not sure where the other. Maybe that's that one over there in the creek. That's the other one. There comes somebody down the road. I guess time to go. Right back where I started from. It's around 74 degrees at 12:30 p.m. Carpenter bees are busy again today. I gotta start doing something about them. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna try to temporarily repair that hose. It's tore pretty bad. I think so. I think a cow stepped on it. I'm gonna wrap it with some rubber. I need to get a better repair later on though. I have to buy some of those connectors, splices, whatever they call them. Yeah, it's a pretty bad break. I'm gonna try to glue it a little bit, and then I'll wrap it with rubber. It's only a temporary fix. I don't have the right component to splice that together. Yeah, that's a pretty bad break. I don't know how much I can repair that. It's cracked. Only part that's holding is through here. Everything else is broke on the bottom. So I'll glue what I can, and then I'll wrap the rest with rubber. I got a new piece of rubber. I wouldn't say new. There. There's my piece of rubber. Wrap it around there as many times as I can. I'll try to keep it tight. And I'm going to glue it too, so maybe it'll hold better until I can get it fixed properly. Well, that's as best as I can do. I'm going to turn the water on it. Oh, I'm going to let it dry. Yeah, I got glued, so I'm going to let the glue dry before I turn the water on and start at least fill up the tubs for the kettle. Actually, I do have a new hose I bought 10 years ago. It's on the back porch. I've had it for years. I figure I'll just wait till this one gets too old to repair. I don't want to use it yet. Yeah. It's either I think it's 100 foot or 200. Two of them. I might have two of them. I know I got at least one. But I want to see if I can get this one fixed enough to fill up the tubs for the kettle in the barn with water. Yeah, I'll let this dry for a while. There were some big chunks missing out of that, so I don't know how good this is going to hold. I guess I'll find out. I'll turn the water on sometime later this afternoon. Let that glue get a chance to dry. Once I put the glue around it where the hole is, but when I put the rubber on, it was hard to get the rubber to get tight because the glue was still slippery. Maybe I should have waited for it to get more tacky, but I was in a hurry. I'll find out later when I turn the water on, see what happens. Got her down in the water. Sun is warm, but it's getting a lot more cloudy now. Oh, I can't. Where is the sun? I think it's over there. I think it's up there somewhere. The cow that was in heat yesterday, she's up there. But the bull's not following her. He's following that cow now, I think. So I'll see what happens. At least I know that if that cow was bred, or not bred, her next cycle should be around the April 30th or a few days into May. So if she comes in the heat in May, he didn't breed her. But he'll have another chance. Let's see what happens with that one. I don't know if it's going to work, but I read somewhere that carpenter bees don't like the orange oil, orange peel or something. So whenever I eat oranges, I dry them. I dry the peeling, and I'm gonna try to smoke them. See if because they were active in here just a few minutes ago. Now they're kind of maybe the smoke will do it. I also got some unburnt ones up there, closer to where because I saw them going into the wood again. I'm just gonna see if that smoke will keep them away. I hear them buzzing around, but I don't see none up there right now. So I want to see if that smoke works. If that works, I want to try to smoke them out of the barn too. That's kind of more dangerous. I don't really have a good place to put a burning thing in the barn. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. May have to get a big pot and hang it up or something. Yeah. Or no. I got the dirt. Yeah, there's dirt back in the back corner. So I want to see if this works here. Then I'll try it in the barn. I'll get a bigger, because I got lots of orange peels saved. Yeah. I hear some. Here's some. Let's see if they hang around. Oh, guess they left. Guess they don't like maybe they don't like smoke. Maybe that's a trick. I gotta smoke them. Yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. See how long that lasts in that frying pan over there. It's an old frying pan. I got a metal chair, so there's no danger of fire here. I don't think. I'll keep an eye on it though. Smoke is actually blowing toward the house here, so I gotta be careful. The leaves don't catch fire. I'll be watching it more closely. Actually, I should put it out there and let the wind blow it in. Maybe I'll do that. I tried putting it out there, but it was more wind out that way, so it's better in here. There's less wind. It's moving around. I can't tell if the bees are still coming in or not. I hear them, but I don't see them as much. I guess we'll see how long this lasts. Right now the orange bills are just smoking. I think I'll move it again. Yeah, I think that there's less wind over here. And it is blowing that way. So maybe that'll help. I'll come back and check it later. Nothing else. It smells good. Smells like burnt oranges. Yeah, I'll come back later and I got some more orange peels there and more in the house. I can add some more. And they're dried. That's why they're burning or smoking. It's smoking pretty good. I got something out in the barn I can put the smoking orange peels in. Yeah. Metal can I can use if I can get it started inside. Well, the smoke didn't last long, and some of the orange peel didn't burn up. But right now I don't hear any bees. Oh wait, no, spoke too soon. I see one buzzing around. If it works, it only works temporarily. Yeah, they're still buzzing around here. Whether I can't tell if they're landing or not. Anyway, I'm going to go to the barn and see if I can do it out there. See if that helps out there. I started a new burn, another burn here. Because I want to see if this smoke will keep them away. And hopefully there's some smoke residue will sit on them, land on the boards. And it'll deter the bees from coming around. It won't kill them, but it's supposed to chase them away. Let me go out to the barn, see what I can do out there. Since I'm going out to the barn, I might as well try to test this rubber repair on the big break in the hose. Hopefully it'll last long enough to fill up the tubs out there in the barn. Almost looks like it might rain out to the northwest, but I don't remember nothing in the forecast for that. At least not for today. To the barn. So far my repair is leaking a little bit. Nothing like yesterday. Whew. There was a flood down here yesterday. Oh, I can feel the sun, warmth of the sun now. Yeah, the sun's trying to shine through the clouds. I can feel the heat. Oh, yeah, I can feel the heat on my back. Even through the clouds. Now I got 2 animals to water. That first tub's almost full. So I left the nozzle open when so since I'm out here, anyway, I might as well give them some corn. since they're penned up. Give them a little treat. I need to get them some hay too. Next time I feed cattle out in the big pasture, I'll bring them a bale back. We still got some hay in here to clean up. Let's switch tubs. Let's go to the far end. Fill that one out first. Then I'll work my way down to the end here. I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have a tub for her, but she had to maneuver her horns in there, but she can eat. They both got something to eat. So I didn't really want to feed her, reward her, but she's in here and I don't want them to fight. So maybe the corn will calm her down. Keeping on that tub there. Look at that copper and bee hovering. I'm going to see what I can do with the orange peels out here. I'm going in here. I want to shut this door. Not sure if you can hear them, but I can see them. And I can hear them. They're buzzing all around over there. Up near the rafters. They're buzzing in here. Different. Here's one in the corner. I'm going to put my smoker over there because there's nothing that'll burn there. There's no hay or nothing on that in that dirt. So I'm going to put my smoker there. Hopefully the smoke will rise up and drift out. Yeah, I can hear the bees. Nice. Let me see if I can start this fire. Start these orange peels on to smoke. See if it makes a difference. That's what I'm going to use. I need to get them to burn, but it's kind of hard to burn them inside there. But that'll contain the fire. Getting it started, that's the hard part. Best way is I'm going to start a fire like with that stuff. I already got some in there. Start it with that and just throw the orange peels on top. Yeah, it's hard to get the orange peels to burn right away. Yeah, I'll let that burn. Make some coals. Yeah. And then put the orange peels on. Problem with this burning orange peels, the orange peels burn up and then there's no more smoke. I'm going to throw the orange peels on now. The fire's hot. But I didn't put the fire out. It's smoking. Hopefully it'll keep smoking. Oh, water! It's been overflowing for a while, I think. Yeah, my fault. I forgot about it. Not really, but I forgot to check it. Quick enough. You guys still munching away? Okay. Well, windy now. Wasn't that windy before? Look at the waves on the pond. There might be some storm over there. Check the radar when I go in the house. Just remember about this quarter tubs. Something to eat there, girl, huh? You're getting special treatment, even though you don't deserve it. Pushing around that little bowl, that white bowl like that. Smoking and I can smell orange peel. Yeah, smoke's kind of starting there and wafting up. Don't know if it's chasing any bees away. It's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, there's some up there. Smoke is pretty thick up there. Yeah, that's pretty safe. It's on the dirt and it's far enough away from the wood and it's in the container. Yeah. It's an old milk can. We're milking cows by hand. I don't think I've ever used it. I think I bought that at an auction. And as a curiosity, because we always use the stainless. Dad always used a galvanized bucket, but with milking a cow, sometimes they like to put their foot in the bucket while you're milking, and then it. Oh, you look, something just crawled over there. Was that a mouse? Something just crawled over that board. Huh. Must have been a mouse. Anyway, it kept busting the seams on the galvanized bucket, so I took it upon myself I bought a stainless steel, thick metal bucket. Stainless steel, heavy. No matter kick it or step in it, they wouldn't break it. And I still got it. Although over the years, since it developed a pinhole at the very bottom of the bucket. It's stainless steel, but it still developed a pinhole leak. But it's nothing serious. I can patch it with a little glue, but I don't use it for much anymore, at least not for milk. Yeah, that's smoking pretty good. Yeah, I like burning with that one. I need something like that for around up at the carport too, because I need to do something around the vehicles with something that's safe. I don't really like burning stuff near the vehicles, but this would be pretty safe. Problem, like I said, the problem is, even if it works to chase them out temporarily, they're still hanging up there on the edge. I don't think it's going to stop them, because I can see some over that way. I'm sure it confuses them a little bit with the smoke. I don't think any insect likes smoke. Anyway, I'm going to let that go. I think it's safe out here, and it won't burn that long. I just put maybe a half a carton of this of orange peel. But I'll probably come back with some and add some. There's a bee right there. There's a bee. Let's see if it's going to stay here. Still buzzing around. You going to find a hole, or is the smoke going to chase you away? Are you confused? They usually just hover. I think the smoke disoriented it a little bit. It's looking for a hole. All those little streaks of dirt. That's where the bees would go in and out. You see all those dark ones there? A lot of activity on those. I used to spray. In years past, I sprayed those. Yeah. But smoke seemed like it don't bother that one. It's getting strong for me already. I was wondering, maybe I should cook the orange peel. I'll try that too. Cook the orange peel in some water, and then use the orange peel flavored water to spray the wood. Whatever it is, it's not landing. It's not landing anywhere. It's still flying around. It's not chasing this one away. Look at that. Flying right to the smoke. It doesn't seem like it bothers it at all. It's still here. Okay, it's going out. It went out. I think it's confused. Yeah. There's less bees now. The smoke, I think, chases them out, but it's only temporary. I gotta get out of here. Oh, the water. Another overflow. Well, I better watch this one better. That's 2 overflows. I think what I'll do is I'll turn the hose off before I go to turn it off. That way I know it's off. And I'll take the hose out. Well, at least I got some more water for a few days. Yeah, it's smoking pretty good. Way up there. I still see some bees over here though. Not as many as before though, but they're still hanging out. They're still coming in because I'm sure they already had a nest made. I don't know if it's going to do any good. I'll try the boiling the orange, cooking the orange peel, and see if I get some orange flavored water, and I'll spray that out here instead of the permethrin. I can always spray that. See, the smoke is drifting over to here, drifting different places. It doesn't. I don't think it kills them, but I think it's a deterrent, especially if the smoke has any kind of orange peel residue. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe. I don't think there's no sparks coming out of there. Just smoldering. Smoldering. I hate to burn my barn down, that's for sure. But I'm tired of these bees. The last couple of years I used permethrin once I found out that worked. I thought about putting them jars up there, jars with water or something, with a block of wood, drill holes in it. They'll go in those things, and but I don't know if that'll work. I think the smoke's getting less now. Maybe I'll go get some more orange peels too. Oh, the water again. Smoking up pretty good back there. Question is, will it might work a little bit while there's smoke in the air. I see some bees up there. I see some bees up near the top. I said it might work temporarily while there's smoke in the air, but once the smoke goes away, it's done, they'll probably come back. I'll get some more orange peel though, add to that fire before it goes out. It's almost full. I'm gonna fill that one up too. Those two are full. Yeah. Overflowing. I hear it. I can see the smoke coming out. There's a bee here. There's a bee flying around here. I think these are the males that stay on the outside, but you can see the smoke coming out from the shed. That's from that little can of smoke I got going. Orange peel smoke. Yeah, that one's almost full. I'll turn the nozzle off. I guess they're done with the corn almost. Tubs are full. That should last a few days. Of course, there's 2 animals in there now. As there's less smoke back there, I'm gonna go get some more orange peel, see if I can add to it. Wind calmed down a little bit. Just a little bit. The nozzle off, the pressure increased. Now I got a little leak coming out of there, more than before. That's the one I changed a few days ago, or repaired. They seem to be content down there. They got grass, water, and hay. Walking through here, and I says, "Is it raining? It's only raining on my feet." Then I realized there's a leak, so I got another repair on that hose. There's a leak there. It's coming all the way over here. That's 3 repairs I gotta buy connectors for. Almost what we paid to buy it. Start using my new hose. Repair is working pretty good. It's only leaking a little bit, even with the pressure building up from having the nozzle shut off. Well, I'm gonna turn the water off now anyway. Here's one of those fertilizer tractor truckies. It's like a tractor front with a hopper in the back for probably spread lime and fertilizer. They go pretty fast. That leak was somewhere around here because I could see where the water was spreading. So somewhere in here is a leak. I'll examine the hose, see if I can find it and wrap it again. Wrap it like I did the others. Okay, I got another one wrapped right there with the rubber. These orange peels went out too. Guess I'll start another fire. That's the problem with the burning them. They don't last very long. But I don't hear too many bees right now. So I must have done something. Maybe it scared them away. Hard to get the orange peel to burn, but it's smoking, so where there's smoke, there's fire, I guess. Let's go to the barn, put some more out there. Just nice to see the cattle grazing on grass. Oh, there's no more smoke. I'm gonna add some more. But the bees are back. It didn't slow them down. Yeah, they're back in business. Not so much in here. I can still smell smoke. So even if it does repel them temporarily, it's only temporary. It doesn't last very long. Right, cow? But I'll try it one time. Next batch of orange peel I use, I'm gonna boil them and spray the orange flavored water out here. See if that helps. If not, I can always go back to permethrin. Yeah, the bees are back. They done smoke, don't stop them. Might just slow them down a little bit. I'll add that batch there. Can't hurt. Look at them too. They're looking for a hole to lay their eggs. And they got tunnels all the way in those boards. You can see all the places where they've been going in and out over the years. In the bottom, everywhere. There's a couple. My first way was to just wait until I saw one go in a hole, and I sprayed up in the hole, and that seemed to work pretty good. But there were some way up high that I couldn't get. So then I decided, I'll just spray all the wood, which I did in the past. I don't know if it worked, but it reduced their numbers. I better put that orange peel in before the fire goes out. Okay, adding the orange peel now. Look at that piece. Look at it. Seems like there's more now than there were before. I guess I slowed them down and now they're trying to catch up. At least now I know the smoke don't stop them. Might slow them down a little bit, but look at that. I ain't slowing them two down. Look at that. Buzzing everywhere. There's a couple here. Maybe it's disoriented because it seems like they don't know where to go. So maybe that's what the smoke does. It confuses them. I guess maybe they go by scent of where to land. See, they always drill underneath. They always go in from the bottom. You can see those two. Hey, a fire go out? Oh, they'll start smoking later, maybe. That's a good example of how every time they go in and out, they have droppings. Yeah, and that's where they go in and they tunnel. They chew the wood. They make tunnels all the way up into there. Sometimes I'll spray up in one, the fluid comes out. Another hole. There's some there. A couple more down here, there. A couple up there. Up there. A lot of mud dubbers. I don't worry about mud dubbers. These things weaken the carpenter bees weaken the wood because they drill tunnels all the way through them. You can see them on the outside. I think woodpeckers come in and try to pick out the bees. There's some there, and down there, and there. Plenty up in there. Look at that board over there. The boards are almost hollow inside. There's one. I haven't seen one go in a hole yet. Maybe the smoke confuses them. Maybe they go by scent of where to go, where their nest is. Well, they're starting to smoke a little bit, so I'm gonna leave it alone. What are you two? You getting along okay in here by yourselves? Huh? At least you got each other for company. And I gave you some corn, so that ought to make you happy. Smoking. Anyway, if it burns, it burns. If it don't, it don't. There's still a lot of bees hovering around out there, up there, and everywhere. Anyway, I'm going back in the house. Well, they got water now. But he still wants to move or something. He always wants something that he can't have. The other cows. It's starting to smoke a little bit more. So the orange peels are starting to catch. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be effective for what I need. I need to get rid of the carpenter bees. Because the smoke just, they might chase them away for a little ways. Confuse them, but permethrin is what kills it. I have to go back to that. And it's still a little breezy. Looks like it's clearing out back that way again. It's dark over that way though. I think there's just some clouds. I don't think there's any rain in them. Oh, they left him all by himself again. In the pond down there. Well, this batch is still burning. Slow. I still hear some bees. Yeah. They're here somewhere. The other ones are over here. Okay, I'm going back in the house. A lot of smoke's coming out here. It's going both in and out, in and out. With the wind. I don't think I want to burn it anymore, orange peel. I'll try boiling it and using that orange peel liquid. See if that does anything. Now it's on fire. There's no smoke when there's a fire. Or less smoke. Oh well. That's probably how it burns up so fast. Oh well. It is what it is. 4 p.m. radar shows some rain to the way south of me. And a few clouds. A little bit of rain to the north of me. Nothing that's going to affect me too much though. At least not today. Oh, the fire's out. Looks like the neighbor's got a big rig. Tractor trailer. Truck. I don't know if that's his job or somebody's just visiting. Or maybe he repairs them. I don't know. They stop by every once in a while. Wind changed. It was from the west earlier. Now it's blowing in from the north. Actually, it's blowing in from that direction. There's the buzzard blowing in from this direction. Yeah, from the north. Wind's changing. There's the cattle. Back on the hay again. I do feel a few drops. Hey, I do feel a few drops. So I'm getting a little sprinkle. So there's. Yeah, I'm getting a sprinkle. Right now, I'm getting a sprinkle. I think there's more rain to the, according to the radar, there's more rain to the southeast. But I'm getting some sprinkles coming in from this direction. I can feel it. That's a few drops, green things just north of me, blowing some rain in. I am getting a little sprinkle. How about that? I didn't think I was going to get nothing out of that. That's unusual to have the hiding cattle stand back while these two bulls eat. They're usually the last things to eat. Still see a few blossoms on the apple tree yet, but it's warm enough for them to be pollinated. So I'm hoping to get some apples. Better apples than last year. Last year they were so small. Most of them dried up on the tree. Yeah, when those get lots of leaves on them, I'm going to cut that branch off up there somewhere. Right about there. Let this thing fall and let the cattle. I'll pick the leaves off, whatever I want, and then for my tea, and then I'll let the cattle have the rest. Still crying, ain't you? I heard an owl out there. A couple owls. They're singing their song. Okay. I'm getting a little wet now, so I'm going to go in. I think that's all I'm going to do today. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I want to wait till Monday to buy the supplies, the quickcrete and the lumber. I decided instead of buying long 16s for the forms, I'm going to buy a couple 10s, 2 10s to put together in case I need extra room, and then I'll just nail them together with a brace. And that way they can accommodate that curve as the bridge goes down. It curves. It's got a curve in it, so yeah, I think that'll work better than a straight 16. 2 10s, and then actually I'll get probably about 4 10s because I might need some other boards for braces. I got those ring nails, but I don't think I want to use them because I want to be able to tear the forms apart. I'm going to buy some smooth nails, whatever they call it, finishing nails, what they call them. That way I can pull them out easy when I take the forms apart. Yeah, I'll get a box of those too. I don't need that many. I'll get a small box. When I go to Lowe's on Monday, I'll get. Oh yeah, I looked it up. The sacks that I used last year on that quickcrete, they were 80 pounds. Yeah, but I haven't looked it up in Lowe's yet. But I remember they were over $5 a bag. He just never stops, does he? Yeah. Anyway, I know that it's over $5, $6, $7, $8 a bag. So I want to look it up. 2x10s aren't cheap either. I'm gonna get treated. Oh, look at that! I just noticed there's a squirrel in the tree right there, in that little notch. The second notch up on the left. There's a squirrel there, eating something. I just noticed him. think it was the same squirrel that I saw the other day over there. She was making a bunch of noise in a tree over that way. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do Monday, but I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow or Sunday. And maybe I'll just take a few days off, rest, especially my back, because that mixing concrete is going to be hard on my back. Lifting them bags, maybe I can get them to load them on a pallet for me at Lowe's, and then they could use a forklift to load it onto the truck instead of me doing individual bags like I did before. And we'll see. I can ask. Be easier on me. Figured if it were 80 pounds and 20 bags, I still want to get 20 bags. That's you're still looking at 1,600 pounds. I think I hauled 20 bags once before last year when I was getting concrete. So I think my truck can hold it. It's 7 p.m. and the sun's going down there somewhere. Somewhere over there. But there's too many clouds to see it. That's all. It's all from today then.